Performing phacoemulsification surgery for cataracts is not always a journey on a path full of roses. There are thorn breaks more often than you wish. Posterior capsular rent or PCR with nucleus fragment drop in the vitreous cavity is a dreadful complication for every cataract surgeon. Continuing phacoemulsification in presence of PCR always carries the risk of fragment loss. Whenever a posterior capsular rent occurs, the primary concern is completing the surgery without a nucleus or fragment drop. The surgeon tries to bring the remaining nucleus segments out of the capsular bag in the anterior chamber. The options then available for safe nucleus delivery become a manual one. That can be done either by increasing the corneal wound or making a separate scleral tunnel. Then delivering the nucleus fragments with the help of an irrigating vectis. Shield is an armor that you can use to protect yourself in situations of risks or danger. Can there be an option of continuing safe phacoemulsification in presence of PCR by using something as a shield? Can I use the intraocular lens? I mean the IOL? How can I stabilize IOL in sulcus? Yes, it is optic capture, and using IOL optic as a shield to rescue me. The idea was put to test in a wet lab experiment. Phacoemulsification was carried out on a cataract in a cadaveric eye. Pars plana vitrectomy with posterior capsule rupture was simulated, and remaining nucleus segments were manually brought into the anterior chamber. A multi-piece foldable IOL was implanted in the sulcus, keeping all the fragments anterior to it. Then optic capture was done. The IOL became a shield, preventing the escape of the nuclear fragments into the posterior segment. Emulsifying the pieces over the IOL was completed without any extra risks. Optic capture in perfect sized anterior capsular axis sealed the capsular opening completely. Posterior chamber pressure was increased with pars plana irrigation by increasing bottle height. Optic capture was maintained even in increased posterior chamber pressure in open skies situation. With the experimental success of wet lab behind, I ventured with the technique in some real life situations. On detecting the posterior capsule rupture, phacoemulsification was stopped and the remaining fragment was manually hooked out of the bag into anterior chamber. Under viscoelastic, a multi-piece foldable IOL was implanted in the sulcus, rotated, and optic capture was done. The fragments over the IOL were then safely emulsified in reduced parameter or in slow motion phaco. Optic capture was released. Vitrectomy and cortical aspiration done with cutter in cut IA mode. Optic capture reinforced. Corneal wounds hydrated to complete the surgery. Optic capture is like buttoning your shirt. Once done, it is secure, tight and safe. In this case, PC dent happened during last fragment emulsification. Emulsification stopped and remaining fragment hooked out from the bag and placed over iris. IOL was implanted in the sulcus. Optic captured within anterior axis margin. An emulsification of fragment was done in slow motion mode. As triamcinolone detected no vitreous in anterior chamber, cortical aspiration was completed, keeping optic in captured position. Next was the case of a hypermature cataract. I realized there was a PCR after emulsifying one half and stopped phacoemulsification. Viscoelastic injected and the nucleus piece was coaxed into anterior chamber. A multi-piece foldable intraocular lens was put in the sulcus. Dialed and optic capture performed. The remaining nucleus half was then chopped into smaller pieces and emulsified over the IOL shield in normal parameter. It proved the safety margin of optic capture. Though slow motion phaco is definitely a better option in situations like this. Capture released for cortical cleanup and vitrectomy. Pars plana vitrectomy approach is a better technique, though in this case a limbal approach has been done. Triamcinolone was injected to assess vitreous status and further vitrectomy done as required. Optic capture reinforced. Our complications and mistakes are our greatest teachers. We should learn from them. The shield of optic capture with IOL can effectively rescue you from fragments loss in cases of PC rent and bring back smiles all around. Thank you.